So I have lots of thoughts today. I haven't blogged, vlogged, video blogged in a while. I spoke to my friend who, have you ever had a best friend that you could tell her or him anything and everything about you? If you don't have one of those, oh my gosh, I pray that you will get one. Because she is just a lifeline for me. Everybody should have one. So she says, I watched your videos, your YouTube videos, and you look so sad and so depressed. And I thought, yeah, because I'm looking for a job. Just had my birthday yesterday. I know, woohoo, 51. So I had an interview. I guess it was about 2 days ago. No, you know what? I think it was yesterday. Was it yesterday? 2 days ago? No, it was yesterday. See, when you don't work, you lose track of time, too. So, basically what happened was I, got all dressed up, made this all look really pretty, because I can do that. And the job, first, the recruiter, I got all excited. The recruiter called me and said, hey, got your resume. I wanted to see if you'd be interested in this job. So the job is about 25 minutes away from home, but it's $12.50 an hour. So I was all excited because it's the same town that I got all depressed about when I went in, and the hours were like crazy. These were a little crazier for me, but not too crazy. So anyway, I ramble. All right, so instead of $8.50, it's $12.50, and the hours are Monday through Thursday, 12 noon to 10 p. And I thought, okay, I can get the kids on the bus. I can have dinner like made for my family, and then I'll come home and I'll try to sleep, because usually when you're up that late, you don't really sleep immediately. It's like a second shift type situation. No. Anyway, so I thought, okay, this could be great. She says, okay, so I'll meet you at the office tomorrow. Bring in your resume, we'll interview, and then we'll send your information to the company. Okay, so I go to the face-to-face, right? And it's not her, it's somebody else in a different office. She's in, I guess, a town an hour away. And so anyways, okay, so I sit down and the man just looks at me. He's just looking at me like, what the F? What are you doing here? And I thought, okay, I've got this. Okay, so he says, I'm looking at your resume. And he's looking at my resume, but he's also looking at me. And he says, why do you want a production job? And I said, there must be some mistake, because it's not a production job that I'm here to interview for. It's a job where you're in a security booth and you're checking people's IDs. Like, truckers come in to this food company, and I would be checking their IDs, making sure that they're supposed to be there, data entering the information. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm mistaken. And I'm thinking, you are. And he says, I apologize. So you're in for that more like security booth type position. And I said, yes, that's the deal. And he said, well, there's no climate control. And I said, well, there's electric in the booth. I'll just have a fan. I mean, when you haven't had a job for a long period of time, really and truly, I mean, this works, because the $8.50 wouldn't have worked. I'd have to put my child into Parks and Rec, which is the before school program. I'd have to pay for that, and that's kind of expensive. About a month, I think it's like $100 a week. And then gas to get to this town. It's about, like I said, 25-30 minutes, depending on traffic, wear and tear, all that stuff you have to take into consideration when you're job searching. And people think those are just excuses, and that really kind of ticks me off because they're not excuses. It's being real. You have to be a realist when you're looking for a job too, okay? Not just any job will work for you or for me. It's so hard. So, anyways, I tried to persuade the gentleman who just looked at me, barely smiled, and I had to ask his name and said, okay, well, why did you want this job again? And I said, listen here, I need a job. I don't want a director job. Yes, I've had a director job in the past, okay? It's too much stress, okay? It's not that I can't handle it and I'm an idiot. It's I've got two really young kids, 6 and 11, that have just transitioned into middle school and elementary school. And I need to be here. I need to clean this house. I need to take care of the dog. I need to take care of the 3 guinea pigs. There's things that need to be done. So in order to keep up with cleaning, keep up with managing the household, when my husband, is just crazy busy at his own job and stressing out as a manager. So anyway, that's my rant. But I said, listen here, if you don't hire me, okay, but I'm going to go to Walmart. So you might as well just hire me because I'm just going to go to Walmart and stack cans on shelves. Make this a little interesting that I'm at least chatting with some people. Hey, truck driver, and at least I feel like I'm doing something for this company. It's somewhat like, again, kind of like a secure thing. And that helps me feel better about what I'm doing. Because I feel like I need to do a job that's helping the company or the person or persons that are involved. So anyways, that's my rant. I'm not trying to be the victim. I'm really not. I know that I spoke to somebody, my family member, and she's like, you're saying a lot of excuses. And or you're making a lot of excuses, like why you won't take a job or why you left that last job. The one that I was in the shower. It was a used shower, and the cubby was in that. It was an assisted living place, and I gagged every time I went into my office. I really didn't want to be there. The onboarding was so bad. For those of you who aren't used to that term, onboarding is when your human resources person comes in and says, hey, welcome to the job. Whoop, whoop. We're excited to see you. Welcome. No, I didn't get that. I got shit is what I got. I'll tell you that right now. And I don't like to curse usually. I know that's a big thing. Like everybody's got tattoos and piercings and cursing, and they think that's so cool. But I use that word because it's irritating. It really is irritating. When you have been looking for a job for more than, let's say, a year, okay? I've had some temp jobs. But when you're really, I think it's been about 2 years, maybe 2.5, okay? And you fight with your spouse and you feel like a loser, and it's all you can do is to muster up and get out of the house, right? To even take a shower sometimes. To feel good about yourself, like, woohoo, I got it now. It can be hard and it can be difficult to get to that point, that place, because you have been beaten down and you have been, the door has slammed so many times in your face, and you're like, dang, maybe I am a loser, or, things creep in. Oh, maybe I am too old for this. Maybe I look too old. Maybe I sound too old. You start thinking about the grays that are creeping in, you know what I'm saying? I'd like to get a haircut, but I really don't have the money to do that. Yeah, see. And then what's really fun about gray hair is that it is a little more coarser and it gets all crazy. See this crazy one? Woo! Yeah, it doesn't stay straight. Anyway, so she's like, all I'm hearing is excuses as to why you aren't working or can't find a job, whatever. So remember the shower job. I digress. Okay, so got thrown off by my hair. So the onboarding was, this is I'm serious. Like, I'm not a drama queen by any stretch, and I don't build stories up I'm not that type of person. I'm just a realist, and I'll tell you exactly what happened. So I'm told to go to my desk, get it organized, and my HR person, who was also supposed to adopt me. It's like adopt a new employee type program, right? She goes, okay, go to your office, the Gaggy office, right? Go to your office and organize all your stuff, and then I'll come back. Well, 2 years, no, okay, it was 2 hours later, she comes back. And she goes, I really don't have time to do your job. I've done your job for like the last 2 months, and I've got to get to my job. And I'm just looking at her going, okay, all right, I get it. She goes, this is what you do. Seriously. She said what she had to say so fast. Really, so fast. I couldn't take notes. I couldn't ask questions. She wouldn't even allow me to do that. And then she left. So then, meanwhile, I've got people coming to me saying, well, can you do this? Can you fulfill this? I need this. I need that. I need this. Do you know how? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I don't. I've not been trained, but let me see what I can do. So, well, meanwhile, the person that hired me, she's being reamed out by her executive director person that's wondering what she's been doing for the last 90 days, because this company has done such an overhaul of people quitting midstream and just taking off or just doing work that's not appropriate, or God knows what. God knows why these people were fired or why these people are leaving. I mean, I have an idea of why people are leaving, because they're treated like crap. You can't do that, company. You can't do it. Nobody's going to stay very long for that. I couldn't. But was it because I was weak? No, it wasn't because I was weak. It was because I wanted to do a really good job, all right? And I was not given the tools necessary to do that job. And I freaked out. I did. I did. So I just said, you know what? I'm sorry. It's been a week. The training has been nil. My hands are shaking because I am so stressed out. I said, the anxiety of not being able to do what I have been asked to do is killing me. If that's considered weak, all right, that's fine. Call me weak, but I don't think that's what it is. Do I have anxiety issues? Well, maybe, but I'm also one of these types of people that you give me a job and I'll do it from A to Z and I'll get it done. I stay focused. I'm highly motivated on my own. I can do this. High energy typically, okay? When I have a mission, I will complete the mission. But you have to give me the tools and you have to tell me how to do the mission. Else I'm not going to be able to do it. That's how it is. So, anyways, this is a long video. It's tedious. Have a good day.